in the Zoo, written by Leslie Norris. In that poem, the poet has written one line that is, on pads of velvet quiet. So, he compares tiger's paws with pads of velvet. Here he is making comparison of tiger's paws with the pads of velvet. So now children, come to next figure of speech, that is oxymoron. So what is oxymoron? Two different words have contradictory meaning. Two different words having contradictory meaning. यानी कि फर्स्ट वर्ड जो है उसका मीनिंग दूसरे वर्ड से बिल्कुल अलग हो. लिटिल यानी बिल्कुल छोटा सा, एंड जायंट इज बहुत बड़ा, excessively big. So here oxymoron is used. Little giant. We can clearly see the figure of speech that is used here is oxymoron. Let us take one example from your textbook, A Tiger in the Zoo. आपने पढ़ा है A Tiger in the Zoo. उसमें फिर मैं उससे ही एक एग्जाम्पल आपको बताऊंगी जो oxymoron का एग्जाम्पल है, and that is quiet raise. Quiet यानी silently. That tiger is silent and again he is in raise. वो गुस्से में भी है and वो silent भी है. That tiger is in quiet raise. So the figure of speech that is used here is oxymoron, that you can say very confidently. Now coming to the next figure of speech, that is onomatopoeia. A word that sounds like what it is describing. To make it more clear, we can say like जब बारिश होती है या फिर जब पानी नदी से पानी गिरता है, झरनों से पानी गिरता है, तो there is a sound of ripple. Ripple sound करता है, तो we say ripple of rain या ripple of river. So the word that is used with that rain or river, we use that word ripple. So word we can say that tells us about the figure of speech that is onomatopoeia. Another example is rustle of leaves and then buzzing of bees. यानी जो साउंड उस पर्टिकुलर चीज से निकलता है, वो साउंड को एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए जब हम किसी वर्ड को यूज करते हैं, देन वी कैन से that the figure of speech onomatopoeia is used here. Now come to the next figure of speech, that is alliteration. Alliteration is a sentence that consists of a series of words that have the same consonant sound at the beginning. Consonant and vowel, आप सभी को पता है consonant क्या होता है और vowels क्या होता है. A, E, I, O, U के अलावा जितने भी letters है, that all are consonant. So alliteration क्या होता है कि किसी sentence में अगर first word का जो consonant है वो repeat होता है, अगर same consonant sound करता है in one sentence, so we can say that alliteration is there. For example, she sells seashells on the seashore. So the consonant that is repeated here is S. You can clearly see here S, again S, again S, and then C, and then shore. So repetition of same consonant sound in a line. Here we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 consonant sounds that are similar. दूसरा example, again I will take it from your textbook, the poem that is Dust of Snow, written by Robert Frost. यहाँ पे हम देखते हैं the sentence is like this: has given my heart. Has the consonant sound H in has and then consonant sound H in heart. And one thing you must remember, that that consonant sound should be at the beginning of the word. Clear? So has given my heart. यहाँ पे H consonant जो है इस sentence में repeat हो रहा है. So we can say that the poet has used alliteration as a poetic device in his poem Dust of Snow. Coming to the next example, and saved some part. Again, this line is from Dust of Snow, written by Robert Frost. So, यहाँ पे आप देखेंगे the consonant sound S again, one is in saved and another one is in some. And next example we can take from a tiger in the zoo, but is locked in a concrete cell. It is clearly written, concrete में C consonant sound है and then cell में C consonant sound है. तो ये they are repeating, that C consonant sound is repeating. So alliteration is a sentence that consists of a series of words that have same consonant sound at the beginning. Now come to the next figure of speech. So it is assonance. What is assonance? Series of words starting with same vowel. अभी हमने इसके जस्ट पहले पढ़ा alliteration. वहां पे क्या था? Repetition of consonant sound. And here we will see the repetition of vowel sound. But एक difference ये है alliteration and actually there are two differences. पहला तो consonant and vowel का difference है alliteration and assonance में. And the second difference is कि alliteration में that consonant sound is in the beginning of the word, that is to be marked. और यहाँ पे vowel जो है वो it is not necessary कि वो बिल्कुल starting में ही हो, at the beginning ही वो vowel sound हो, it is not that much important. एक example से we will make it a bit more clear. I hold with those who favor fire. This line I think you people are very much familiar. ये आपके text book में भी है. Fire and Ice written by Robert Frost. Listen children, मैं ज़्यादातर आपको examples आपके text book से ही दे रही हूँ ताकि when you are there in your examination hall and when you are writing your answer and if you mention these figure of speech in your answer, this will add extra marks to your answer. So coming back to this assonance, one example that I have taken, I hold with those who favor fire. This is from Fire and Ice, as I said, written by Robert Frost. यहाँ पे कौन सा vowel sound repeat हो रहा है जिसके कारण we are able to say that assonance, the poet has used assonance in his poem Fire and Ice. That vowel sound is O. I hold with those. O is repeating here. I hold with those who favor fire. Understood? So, two differences that should be kept in mind if we are talking about alliteration and assonance. Alliteration is about consonant sound and assonance is about vowel sound. And the second difference is that in alliteration, the consonant sound that should come in the beginning of the word. Or assonance में जो vowel sound है, that doesn't matter whether it comes in the beginning or the end or at the end or in the middle. So moving forward to next figure of speech, that is anaphora. What is anaphora? It refers to the repetition of a word or expression in the first part of some verse. यानी कि कुछ words ऐसे होते हैं, कुछ phrase ऐसे होते हैं जो वर्स यानी पोएम, जो लाइन्स हैं पोएम के उसमें कुछ वर्ड्स या फ्रेज एज इट इज जो फर्स्ट लाइन में है वो सेम टू सेम सेकेंड लाइन में अगर रिपीट होता है, इन दैट केस वी कैन से दैट पोएट इज यूजिंग या द पोएट हैज यूज्ड एनाफोरा टू एड ब्यूटी टू हिज पोएम as a figure of speech. So let us take one example. Again, I have taken example from your textbook only. That is that poem Fire and Ice, written by Robert Frost. And the line is, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. So can you tell me which phrase is repeated here in both lines? In first line we can see some say, and again in the second line we can see some say. So it is clearly visible that there is a repetition of phrase some say in the next line. Now moving forward to the next figure of speech, that is enjambment. So the next figure of speech, or actually the last figure of speech of today's session, is enjambment. So what is enjambment? It is defined as a thought or clause that does not come to an end at a line break, rather it moves over the next line. यानी बिना complete हुए, without any full stop or comma, that line moves to the next line. For example, again I have taken example from your textbook. The poem is Fire and Ice, written by Robert Frost. We'll see here that from what I have tasted desire, I hold with those who favor fire. So there is no full stop here. The line is not complete here. यहाँ पे ये सेंटेंस जो है वो कंप्लीट नहीं होता, बल्कि वो नेक्स्ट लाइन में जाकर कंप्लीट होता है. अगर इस तरीके से किसी पोएम को लिखा जाता है तो हम कह सकते हैं कि पोएट ने जो पोएटिक डिवाइस, जो फिगर ऑफ स्पीच, जो लिटरेरी डिवाइस एक्चुअली इस पोएम में यूज किया है, वो है enjambment. So now take a quick look on what we have discussed today. The first one is personification, that is human qualities, giving human qualities to abstract or inanimate object. उसके बाद simile, there is a comparison between two objects and the key words there like and as. Next one is metaphor. There is also comparison, वहाँ भी comparison होता है, but there we will not use like or as. There we will make the comparison directly. As we said, camel is a ship of desert. Moving to the next one, it is oxymoron. That means different word with contradictory meaning. Two different words, but both of them will have a contradictory meaning. Like as I had explained in the session, little giant. Then moving to the next one, it is onomatopoeia. That is a word that describes a sound, like buzzing of bees, rippling of river, and many more. Next one is alliteration. The sixth point is alliteration. That is the repetition of same consonant sound at the beginning of the word in a line of a verse. Then moving to the next, it is assonance. There we see the repetition of vowel sound. And the next one is anaphora, that is repetition of same phrase in first part of verse. And the last one is enjambment. There we can see clause without a line break. That means कि एक clause जो है वो first line में बिना break हुए, without any pause, without any full stop, without any colon, without any semicolon, that line continues to the next line.